we struggle every day. It's not perfect by no means, you know what I mean? But I have to put my ego to the side and always want to learn how to be better every day. Wagwan people, welcome to another episode of Poppy Show. So today we'll be doing a Q&A session.
So we sent out, a request yesterday, a couple of days ago, asking you guys what would you like to know about us.
And the responses were crazy.
Overwhelming.
Yeah, it was a lot of responses. So we really appreciate everybody coming in, but obviously we can't answer all the questions. So there's a lot of duplicated questions. A lot of people wanted to know the same things. So we just pick one of those and, so we have what we think are some of the best ones that we receive. And we'll be answering these questions for you guys. So we hope you all love it. And as always, if you're watching Poppy Show for the first time, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up the video, tell your friends about it, and leave us some comments below as well, okay? Let us know what y'all think.
Comments are appreciated.
Definitely.
So the first one is from All Stars Bakes. What are some of the things you both sacrifice to make it work?
Big up All Star Bakes.
Good question.
Yeah.
I think one of mine, I think I had to come out of the old mindset. The way I used to think before I got married, I had to kind of transition over now, and I'm like, okay, I'm no longer single. I'm committed to this person, and so I had to kind of adjust some of my ways. I had to work on myself as well, my attitude, a lot of things that I had to readjust, in order to make sure that I'm making him happy, making myself happy, and then we all, come together. You know what I mean?
Definitely the attitude. No, but that's a good point still. Yeah, we have to, being single and then getting into a marriage, especially if you want it to work, you have to get out of the mindset of being a single person. So yeah, that's definitely a sacrifice you have to make. You have to start thinking of the plural, no longer the singular, you know what I mean? And come out of your ego. As men, we have egos, we want to do this, and you can't talk to me like no boy, you know what I mean? But you have to put that to the side sometimes and remember that it's two people now and not just one. So it's a whole new way of thinking, so it's a major sacrifice. It's just changing your outlook on life, being in a relationship and to be committed to that relationship and not just being a single person.
Yeah.
But good question, very good question. Next question. What inspired you to start your channel? This question is from Sheen's Day-to-Day Life. Big up Sheen's, you don't know Poppy love you. So the YouTube channel still was my idea, primarily.
And I supported 100.
Yeah, so pretty much, not to toot my own horn, but I try my best to really be a role model, not only for my kids, but to other kids and, other men too, try to or live a life pleasing to God and to the family setup, you know what I mean? And I have a lot of people that admire a lot of stuff that I do. And I wanted to really bring my outlook on life from a family perspective to the forefront and show people that not because we're men, we have to always be macho and we can't hug with kids and we can't cook sometimes and things like that. These are a lot of stuff that I do every single day, cooking, take care of the kids, I could be at work all day and my wife at home and I still come cook because I know sometimes, not because you're at home, you feel for cook.
Right.
You know what I mean? So things like that. I just wanted to show a perspective of difference from a male's point of view. And it really drove me to start the channel. Obviously the channel it's gonna be family, or it is family, with God at the forefront of it. That's what Poppy Show is all about.
Definitely.
Run, joke and all these things, but family is the core. God is at the forefront. So that really inspired me to really get myself out there family and lifestyle is what the channel is about, and just showcase how the Poppy household really operate.
Yeah, and I think what we're doing is really a good thing, because I really feel like people can take a lot from us, because I know there are people out there that actually struggle. I know there are men that they just didn't have a certain upbringing, and so when they get older, they really don't know how to be a family man. They don't know how to be a husband, you know. So I think using this platform, I think will definitely help a lot of people.
Yeah, to reach people that really don't know us, because I have friends right now that really look up to me and say, "Oh, Ian, I love for you to do what you do." Really, you know what I mean? I love how you do certain things, and we struggle every day. It's not perfect by no means, you know what I mean? But I have to put my ego to the side and always want to learn how to be better every day. You know what I mean? So it's a way for me to really reach a broader audience, because I know that it's not easy, and I know that there are men out there, not only in America, not only in Jamaica, not only in Canada, but in far places that may get to watch a video that I'll never probably see.
Yeah.
So if I can touch a person like this, that's a blessing. So big up yourself for that, Shane. You don't know, Poppy rate the thing.
Our next question is from Shanesta_Luckett. What do you do in your spare time?
Big up Shanesta for the question.
In my spare time, I love to do praise and worship. Like, I will come downstairs, my husband is upstairs, and I start playing my praise and worship, and I'm just downstairs glorifying. Guys, when you see my blessing, don't think it just appear out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah, she work hard for it.
Yeah, I put in the work, trust me. I love praise and worship. It's refreshing to me, so I do it a lot. And sometimes I be outside, watering my plants and doing a little bit of gardening. But praise and worship is what I do mainly.
Yeah, spare time for me, I think it's probably more the time when I'm not at work, you mean? Because when I'm not at work, it's not really a spare time, because I do a lot more outside of work. So I'm doing like all the editing for my videos. I'm always trying to find new content to create, spending time with the kids, schoolwork. You don't know, right now, quarantine time. And while I'm working from home, I make sure the kids are doing feed them thing, just a lot of different stuff all around every single day. I'm just always active, always busy. So not really spare time, but time that I'm not at my corporate work. This is what I do on a day-to-day basis. That's a very good question. Big up yourself, Shanesta.
Moving on. This one is from Sir_Mito. Where did you meet your wife, and how long have you been married?
All right, so the one is a good one. This. Big up yourself, Sunil. You don't know. So back in the day, there were some chat rooms, online chat rooms, and a lot of Jamaicans meet up, Canada, England, Jamaica, everybody link up and whatever. So I met Latoya in a chat room. It was just cool, friendly, and all this kind of stuff and whatever. Always a talk, and how we start talk?
You love tell the story, don't?
So back up a little. So in the chat room, and before we meet Latoya, someone sent me a little side message, you know what I mean? Just there we are chatting, we enjoy ourselves, everybody are mingling and chat. Just chatting. People are chatting about what they want to chat about, sports, this, that. So I get a little side message. Say, where have you been hiding? That's what kind of hiding thing, you know what I mean?
Okay, and guys, just because I asked him that one question, his thing is, I'm the one who looked him. Now, you're in a chat room and you simply say to someone, where have you been hiding? And the only reason why I said that was because I had just visited Jamaica, and I came back, and I was in a chat room. So when I saw him and how handsome he looked and everything, I just was like, where have you been hiding? It doesn't mean that, I want to date you or anything. But in his head, he says I was the one who pursued him, and that was not the case, because I simply asked a question, and then here we are 12 years later, so, or 13 years later, so.
She made the first move. So yeah.
It was a question, guys.
Where was I hiding?
Where were you hiding? And I said that because I had just came back from Jamaica and he was working at the airport. So I was kind of like, well, I was just at the airport like 2 days ago. So, you know, I was just like, where were you hiding? Simple.
She can't trick me. She look the gentleman. So
guys, no, because me no look man. We're just having a conversation.
Conversation? That was just send me a message.
Just having a conversation.
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyways, so yeah. So from there, you know, we started talking, we became friends. As I said, nothing serious at that point. But as she said, I was working at the airport and I had to do a training in Dallas, Texas, right? And I remember she was living in Dallas and everything. So I just said to her, I'm coming to Texas for some training, and came over for the training, and she actually came to pick me up, and we went out one night, and that was it really. That was what, 13 years ago?
The rest is history.
13 years ago, and we actually married a year after.
Yeah.
So we've been married for 12 years. 13 years ago, we've gotten together. So it can work, guys. It can work. You know what I mean? Definitely, it can work. Big up, Sunil. Next question. Would you maintain a friendship with a deceptive ex? Questions from Shauna Scott 8701. Shauna, big up yourself.
So would you maintain a friendship with a deceptive ex?
But from a deceptive, no friendship can maintain. The only way this is possible. If you're deceptive, like what? You tell lies, or you love thief, or what, like you're shady, you know what I mean? Like you always start some kind of drama. There is nothing to maintain, right? So because everything is a problem. You know, like every time I come around, or every time I see you, I don't know. The maintaining part is that if we have kids together, obviously there has to be some type of relationship. So something has to be there to be maintained.
That's what I was gonna say. It depends on what kind of link there is, because you know, because if you don't have any children and he was deceptive, then goodbye.
Cut off that.
But you know, once children are involved, then of course you guys have to come to.
You have to do it for the kids.
Yeah, you have to come to, you know,
to some amicable agreement.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
In order for the kids to have
for the kids' sake. But so I mean, you don't have to maintain a friendship. Even if kids are involved, you know what I mean? The friendship not have to be not
it can be cordial.
Yeah, it can be cordial, you know, very amicable, hi, bye, you know, I gonna malice them, or you know what I mean? But if them deceptive and always cause some kind of drama, I would say cut it. Good question, Shauna. What are the ingredients to make a successful relationship? At Christopher, Chris, brother for life. Big up yourself. What are the ingredients to make a successful relationship?
Respect.
Respect?
Yeah, I think we had to learn to really respect each other.
Yeah.
If we're going to bed together, waking up together, you know, and we say we love each other, then we have to instill that respect, and we demanded it from each other, and now it's no longer an issue.
Yeah, respect is a must be true. You have to have that kind of that person have to be important to you. You know what I mean? So you can't be throwing out, you know, disrespect, whether be verbal or you'd always do something with them not like, and you do it just because you know them not like it, you know what I mean? Those kind of disrespect, you know what I mean? So respect is very important. Trust and communication, absolutely a must, right? I mean, you have to be able to trust somebody. You're not gonna run them 24/7, and trust not always means that they're not gonna cheat. Trust is a lot of it's very broad, so you have to just trust that person. You have to remember that being in a marriage, you have that person in back and them have your back. You have to have the trust, and you have to have communication. Communication is key. You're not always like what you have to say, but you have to say it sometime, right? It can be truthful, it not necessarily have to be hurtful. I always say that, right? Truthful, not hurtful. It's only hurtful when you don't want to hear it, but some things need to be said. If my wife not like when me do A, and she say it to me, I have to take that with a grain of salt and say, well, if she never really not like it, if she never really dislike it, she wouldn't mention it. No, never start cuss. I'm say, oh, everything we do a problem and ray and all these kind of things, you know what I mean? So communication is key, and you have to be very accepting of the communication, you know what I mean? No matter what it is. Sit down and want to talk to you about something. If it never important, them wouldn't want to talk. Although some people probably just love to talk, but
and both parties too have to really want it to work.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if the scale is unbalanced, it don't matter what I'm doing. You just it's not gonna work.
That's true. You can go east and me go west, or me go east. You go east, but you move 10 million miles faster than me, so they can't even catch up, you know what I mean? So both parties have to want it to work, and you have to hold hands together and move, you know what I mean? Things like that. So it's a case by case basis. Different things work for different people, but there are some core fundamentals that are very important, you know, respect, as we say, trust, communication is very important. Both parties have to be on the same level, you know, in order for it to really come together. You understand? Good question, Chris. Big up yourself.
So the next question is from Andreen Nesbeth. Andreen, large up yourself.
Big up, Andreen.
So what's the most important thing in your relationship that has held you together for all these years?
So the first one is, you see, when you're like, personally, when you're a newly married couple, you need support. Support. My sister, trust me,
and my mother-in-law.
Yeah, and mommy too. My mother too. Yeah, they were pillars of, you know, stone within just the rockiness that comes with a newly formed, committed marriage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because everything she do piss me off, and everything I do piss her off, and
because I remember in the beginning we used to bump heads a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's hot-headed and I'm hot-headed, and when we meet together, it's a clash.
Lava ground.
But the thing is, when you have that family support, when you have one or two people that really, you know, believe in your marriage, like he just mentioned, his sister-in-law, she never took sides. His sister. She never took sides. Like, she, you know, we get with her, and she, you know what I mean? She was...
Yeah, always encouraging.
Yeah, so encouraging, and she'll use, I mean, I have so many books upstairs right now about marriages, relationships, love languages. Like, sometimes I'll be like, oh my God, I haven't opened the first page in the first book, and here she is with another book, and, you know, she's calling and she's checking on us, and she's stopping by, and, you know, she just wants to make sure that we're good, you know. So Gillette, big up yourself. I really appreciate you, girl, because if it wasn't for you and my late mother-in-law, I mean, we probably wouldn't be sitting here now. Definitely. When you have that good support, it is very vital.
Trust me, getting married, support. You need people that want to see you guys together. You need people that appreciate union, bonding, family. Support is key when you're getting into a relationship. You know what I mean? Also, you have to be committed to each other. You know, she cannot want it and I don't want it, and I cannot, you know, not want it and she wants it. Commitment has to be there. You know, we discussed this earlier. So a commitment to each other is paramount. For us, this one is at the forefront. We talk about this all the time. God has to be there. Definitely. I can't be there all the time. She can't be there all the time. But God is always there, right? So listen, if I am going to do something outside of the realms of my relationship, and I know that God is overlooking or overseeing what I'm doing, I always have to do it right. Always have to do it right. And vice versa. So when you're getting with somebody, listen, make sure so them deal with God. You understand me I say? Make sure say, you know, you enjoy the praise and worship what she talk about. You understand me I say? Join her sometime or join him sometimes. That is very, very paramount.
Pray together.
Definitely.
And I think for those of you who don't know, we got baptized together. And I honestly believe that by us getting baptized together, like, I formed a deeper connection with you. I felt like no matter what, the foundation that we have is so strong that even when, you know, obstacles are thrown at us or whatever, we have something to fall back on because we remember the commitment that we made for God.
Definitely. And so also to piggyback off of that, one of the things that as a couple you want to do is do things that bond the relationship. You know, so you talk about baptism and things like that. You know, do things that bond the relationship, things that you and her have together. Nobody else can say them to do this with you or do that with them and whatever. You guys have that moment in time. And the flip side of that is never not do something that would form a bond because you're angry. And what I mean by that is, let's say she's graduating from college, but you get in an argument, you know, maybe for like the past week or so, just no, you're not talking to her, she's not talking to you, and her graduation coming up. No, make the argument make you not go. She'll only graduate once, and that will be a memory that lasts to her death. Be there. No make no argument, cause you know what I mean. Go there with your long face.
Yeah, because sometimes you're not gonna feel like you love the person every day.
Definitely.
Because sometimes he gets on my nerves, like, man, you know. But the love that we have for each other, it's not an in love or an out of love thing. It's that love of God, you know. And it's like the way we love God, and I think He's expecting us to love each other just the same. So there are times when I feel like I don't love Him, but I really do love Him, but He's just irritating. You know what I'm saying? But at least you have that to come back to. Some people don't have anything to fall back on when things start falling apart.
Definitely. And guys, it's not easy. It's not perfect. You understand? Friends can tell you, families can tell you, it is not perfect at all, right? But we have to want it to work.
Determination.
You ever hit the bottom sometime and you have friends who lift you out, families will lift you out, you have friends who push you down there even harder.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean? And some of them, some even families that, you know, say, oh listen, stay down there. You know what I mean? It's better down there, you know, but you have to see it for yourself, and you have to have, you know, that connection with your partner, that bond that you create, things that you can pull on in those times. And it will pull you through. So we know we say a lot about that one, but that's a powerful one, you know. Very, very powerful. So respect for that question, Andrew.
Next question is from Ali Ochoa 17. Who's the boss in the relationship?
So who's the boss in the relationship?
Who you guys think?
Zion is the boss in the relationship.
Zion?
Yeah, you'll meet her soon. 3 years old. So run everything. But on a serious note, I don't think there's a boss like bossy. But I do feel like I'm the man in the relationship, if that's what you mean. You know, I don't think that Latoya think that she wear the pants. I don't
want to be the boss in the relationship.
Yeah, but I'm in control of most things. When I say control, I mean like the kids always come to me for schoolwork first, or if them hungry 2 o'clock in the morning, them call dad, or if something is broken, dad go and fix it, you know what I mean? Things like that. So just everything, like, you know, I wear the pants in the relationship, if that's what the question means.
He's the king and I'm the queen.
There you go.
So this next one is from Hey Keisha 77. All right, which one of you has better taste in music?
I think we both have.
We both, yeah. Some things that I like, he don't really feel, and some things that he likes, I don't really feel. But it doesn't mean that it's better.
Bad or better. I think we have good taste in music. We like gospel music, reggae music, obviously. We like some hip hop stuff. You know what I mean? As long as the message is clean. You don't? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like, as long as the message clean.
My music is gospel. That's our maybe
like
reggae? love songs, or if it's reggae, if it's like
cultural,
more cultural, more positive things.
Definitely.
But
yeah, as long as it's positive music, good rhythm, you know, things like that. That's good for us.
Yeah.
Last question is, do you want to have more children? This question is from Anna_British.
Anna, you go on, you know? You go on.
Anna, your thing up, big up. No, man, I don't want no more. I don't want no more kids. I don't want no more kids.
First of all, I tied my tubes 5 hours after I had Zion. So I'm not in for no surprises. No, none of that.
Definitely.
Done.
Kids are a gift from God, and you have to take care of them. You see me? I say you have to make him know. So you trust me with your gift them, and I'm gonna do my absolute best for them. So in doing so, it take a lot of work, take a lot of money. You know, if you want them to live a certain lifestyle, you know, it really, really take time and money and commitment and everything. You know what I mean? Y'all have kids, y'all know. So we're okay with the ones that we have right now, you know what I mean? We're good, man.
We just want to see them grow up into, you know, respectful adults,
definitely.
Successful adults, and, you know,
God-fearing and, you know, do the thing just like how mommy and daddy do the thing. So
yeah.
Give thanks for the question, but hold on for the kids then. Guys, that's all the questions we have for you, and it was a lot of fun. I hope y'all learned some stuff about us, and we really, really appreciate everybody that threw a question out at us. Obviously, we couldn't answer all the questions as we said before, but we really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. And from time to time, we will be doing more Q&A questions.
Yeah.
So
I actually like that.
Definitely. We're hoping that we're inspiring people, and we're really setting examples out there for people who, you know, admire us, because we know a lot of people do. We get it all the time. People tell us all the time.
Yeah, and just remember, no one is perfect.
Definitely.
No one is perfect. There's no perfect relationship.
It's not perfect. It's not. And God love marriage. So if you're in the marriage, it might look like where you now want, but pray about it. Trust me. God will pull it through for you. You understand me? I say, Poppy love you guys, and I know that. Love you. So subscribe to us if you're new. We hope y'all were fulfilled from this message today. Subscribe, like the video, share it with a friend them, show everybody, you know what I mean? Fathers, we need enough to hear the message. Husbands, we need enough to hear the message. You understand what I say? Subscribe to Poppy Show. We're doing a lot of stuff from a family perspective, you know? And until next time, guys, peace.
Bye, guys.